Alright, you know what time it is. So, if you're wondering why for this video I am on my kitchen table and also not showing my face, it's because I didn't want to get an outfit and I just kind of wanted to throw this together as fast as I could. So there's your answer, because I'm lazy. So, almost everyone and their mother is currently talking about these things. The Godzilla X Kong Playmates toys. And you know, I'm really excited for this character. This character seems like it's going to be an amazing character and a really cool villain. So, this being the only figure currently available for it, I decided why not pick it up. And also, everyone and their mother are also doing reviews for this thing, so why not? Okay. Also, this is a butter knife. Butter knife is surprisingly effective at opening boxes. Okay. So, wait a minute. I usually don't film me opening boxes. Is there a Oh, it's an exclusive figure. Into the pile of boxes it goes. Yeah. That'll work. Okay, so they're mostly out of the packaging. Let me just say, these guys are massive in hands. Like, in videos, it probably won't come across very well. But these guys are huge. I gotta... Okay, I'm gonna do that off camera. Okay, so that took a lot longer than I thought it would take. That took a good 10 minutes to get these guys out of the packaging. That was surprisingly difficult. I'm not even gonna lie. But we can't get into these guys yet, because there's dioramas to put together. Yippee! My ring light is about to fall. Okay, so that took longer than I'm willing to admit. Mostly because I didn't realize there was a tab you're supposed to punch out. But yeah, here it is. So, these little crystals were a pain, but once you know how to put them together, they're pretty easy. So, they're just pieces of cardboard, pretty flimsy. See? But they look really nice. And they're like shiny, glossy, whatever. And you know, it is like a kid's toy, so I'm not expecting a whole lot of detail. But these diorama pieces are really nice, and I might use them for like in actual videos or for displaying my figures. Like if SH Monster Arts makes a Shimo, I'm probably gonna display him in this, like in a glass case, my glass cases. So as for these things, there's a seam line down the middle that looks like it's supposed to split apart. Like, it's also called a bone cage, so I have a feeling Shimo is gonna, like, break through this in the movie. Again, just flimsy pieces of cardboard, but they're really nice. It's also really interesting to think that this belongs to a Titan, like another Titan. For example, I don't know how accurate these sizes are, but just for the example, this is Godzilla compared to them. I think in the trailer, they're a little bit bigger than this. They're like about, well, you can't see my hand. But yeah, they're a lot bigger than that. So, that's interesting to me. Okay, so, let's take a look at, actually, here. We're going to take a look at Godzilla first, because I know everyone wants to see Shimo. But we're going to do Godzilla first. Okay. So, this is the new evolved Godzilla. As I've said before, I really like this design because it's reminiscent of the Godzilla 2000 design. And that is my favorite Godzilla design. So, that's really nice. And then this breath effect is actually kind of hard to get in his mouth. But it's really nice. It's a nice touch that it goes outside of their mouth. On Shimo, his looks a little bit better. Take this out. So it's a translucent plastic. It's more of an orange than it is a pink, which is also apparent on Godzilla. Something that bugs me way more than it should is that it's just plastic, still orange. And then it's just translucent right here, which is fine. But then the tail also goes back to normal, and there's no translucent after that. Not even on the Thagomizer. There's not even paint in between the seam. It's a kid's toy, so I shouldn't be too angry. If this was like an SH Monster Arts figure, I would get a lot more angry. If it looked like this. I mean, I'm already angry with the one that they did make, because it doesn't look at all like this. So, articulation, just like this. Oh, and the blue here, people were wondering why it's blue. It's probably because the crystals, like, are producing a light, and there's a specific light in the cave that they're in, so it's, like, shining on Godzilla and Shimo and all that, which makes them look a little bit strange. Or, like, it gives them illumination, which is what this is. Otherwise, it would probably be the same color. This is also a lighter shade than normal. I don't know if it's like that in the movie or not, but, you know. And then over here, none of these scales are painted pink or even orange. But again, it's like a kid's toy. God. Okay, so look at this thing's eyes, though. Even on the Godzilla vs. Kong figures, they did a lot better than that with the eyes. I don't know what happened with these figures. They're so goofy looking. Look at this goofy fella. Duh! So, articulation. Mouth can close and open. Neck. Very, very tight, and it doesn't seem to like to stick. Or like to stay where it is. But it moves. No midsection articulation, which, whatever. None of the others had it. This tail, very, very like, it's very stiff. It can't really move up, but it can move down pretty well. And then down here, no more articulation, but it's like rubbery. So the rubber starts like right here. The legs also move about that far down and that far down for both. About that far up for both. So he can kind of sit. Kind of. Something I don't really like is the fact that he has like a fixed pose. You have to have one of his legs further back than the other one. But let's see. I think he can stand like this. He might be able to. No? I think his tail is just a little bit heavy. Yeah. Like, this part of him feels really cheap and light, and this feels a lot heavier, so. Chunkyzilla. So yeah, I really don't like how he's in like a fixed pose here. But he does have ankle swivels for some reason. This one's a lot tighter than this one. Very strange. Okay, now what everyone came here for is the Shimo. So, this guy, he actually looks pretty nice. I like how there's all kinds of fading all along his spikes. But then, again, there's kind of like a weird shading thing going on here. Where, like, it's constant paint. Like, here, well, not including this, but, like, fading to a lighter the further up it goes, and then it goes purple again, and then it goes to the brighter thing. But then down here, it's just straight purple. Like this stabby thing. This looks cool. But if you want it to be aligned, it kind of just sticks up kind of weirdly. Okay, so again, the eyes, well, the eyes are on this one, they didn't really try that much. It's just a dot of blue paint. This looks like something that if I wanted to make something like a figure from scratch, this is what I would make. I could paint this figure to give it better details and better painting, but I'm sure SH Monster Arts or Haya will make one, and then I'll just buy that one. So, like I said, I like this one's breath a little bit more because of the way that it sticks in. It shows on the outside of his mouth a lot better on this one. And then take it out of his mouth. Look at this gaping boy. Oh, God. Scary. It's kind of hard to close his mouth all the way. Ah. And then down here, there's similar shading that Godzilla had with like the blue from the crystals. And I think, at least I hope, this guy can stand up on his own. On his back legs. Scary. Oh god. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how big he is. With that How to Train Your Dragon looking face. Okay. Articulation. You already saw. Mouth can open way too wide. His head can go up and down. That far up. That far down. Can twist side to side, which is a lot tighter for some reason. His arms and feet can move. And yeah, he also has like a weird butterfly thing that for some reason, does Godzilla have that? Godzilla doesn't even have that. I don't know why Shimo would have that and Godzilla doesn't. Like, I don't think it would be better if both of them had it, but if only one of them had to have it, I would choose Godzilla. It's like, why is he Birdie? Okay. So, the rest of his articulation. Again, he has more of a fixed pose, but it's not as bad as Godzilla's. So, back legs that far forward and pretty far back. And his tail moves a lot better. Alright, thank you for joining me today on this, whatever this is, reviewing kids' toys apparently. I hope that this movie ends up really good. I haven't been liking the more recent MonsterVerse movies. They just haven't been amazing recently. Like, Godzilla 2019 was good, but there was a lot of plot holes. And it was just kind of meh. I really liked Godzilla 2014, but Godzilla vs. Kong, it was kind of garbage. I'm not even gonna lie. But I hope that this movie's good. I have to clean all this up now. Goodbye.